Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Plan With Me. I'm going to do the same thing that I did last week where I'm going to talk through this part, speed through the voiceover, or speed through the base, talk through the plans. So this week is the week of July 4th to July 10th. I had initially planned on using Stranger Things, bought stuff for Stranger Things, and then I was like, I feel like too much of a poser. I only ever watched the first season, and then I was also like Kane's birthday this week, so I thought that this would be a cute kit for his birthday. He loves the color blue, and it's also ice cream, which who doesn't love ice cream? And I've been wanting to use this kit for what feels like forever, even though it just came out. But it is lovely. I love these colors. I saw somebody on Instagram color block where they did blue, pink, blue, pink. Not sure if that was the exact order. It might have been blue, pink, blue, pink. But I think I'm going to do blue, pink, and copy them. Because I thought that looked really cute. And this week wasn't wild as far as there being like a lot of extenders or anything. Probably won't use this color then though if I'm color blocking. But I think this is going to be super cute. And then there was extra boxes in this one as well. Then for the foil, I'm using the mixed metal. I had initially planned on using the confetti that came with it, but I just feel like addicted to mixed metal right now. Like last week I used mixed metal, and then I'm like trying not to use it that much in the next couple of weeks, but like it's just everything. So this is the gold and Champlain Lights mixed metal. I think there's under 50 of these left. I think under 60 or under 50. Who knows by the time this video goes up. So there is that. I might actually grab some more for myself, but also maybe I'll restock in the future. I don't know, because this is like a really good one. So love that. Then for the bougies, this one does have the twinkle bougie boxes, but I thought it'd be cute. Hannah has the ice cream cone and then in gold, and then doing Champagne Lights bougie boxes underneath it. I thought that would be really fun to do. And then I'll just put these with my, like the bougie boxes that came with this, with my other bundles in case I need more bougie boxes with extenders and stuff. That happens quite often. And then I just grabbed the extras of Champagne Lights, so you can get these and the bougie boxes in shop now in the limited edition section. So they come in Champagne Lights, Lavender Hollow, and Matte Bronze. So this one is Champagne Lights. You have the matte sampler, the tall and wide box, the scripts, and then the icons. So that is everything that just kidding. I'll show you these two since I'm here. I also brought out this pink color of the week. I am like kind of bummed that I didn't bring home like 2 of every color of the week, but I feel like this is close enough. Especially with like I think that there's a little bit of room for wiggle on these as far as how the colors go, because if you see the banner and put it next to it, but if you look at this, there's going to be a white outline around the doodle and then black, so I feel like the color inside could be variant a little bit. And then I also pulled out the like sparkly gold, which I should bring back soon. Whenever I brought it out, I think there's only 8 sheets and now we have 10, but I think the sparkly gold would be perfect because there's the gold sparkle throughout. I also brought out Caress Press hole reinforcers in gold. I brought out the mini months in gold from my shop, and then I also did make myself customs for the week. So like other weeks, the past 2 weeks, I needed 2 sheets, but this week there's like a lot less that I don't have scripts for. So I just made myself 1 sheet, and then these are ones from this week that I thought I would need more of in the future. So I have Meal Plan, Umbrella Academy, and Flower Child, which is a food place, a TV show, and then an action meal plan, right? Yeah. So that is everything. Let's go ahead and get into it. Well, I guess I should also mention that this is the start of my second half of, what is this, 2022. So I probably will do a 6-month flip. I'm really bad at doing them. I always forget, and then I feel like, is it something you even want to see if it's like later, you know? So let me know in the comments if I should flip through any of my older planners. I feel like that'd be like a quick, easy video to do. I could do like one whole planner in a video. But let's go ahead and get into it. Okie dokie. I was just thinking I'm like really running out of days to get my nails done. We will see. I feel like I could go a little longer now. They're a little busted in some places, but not others. So we will see. Maybe I can go after my hair appointment on Thursday or maybe Friday. I don't know. We'll see. But these are the things I think about. Let's go ahead and get started. I don't pre-pull character stickers. Probably should, but you know, this is just the way I live. So let's go ahead and get into it. I have so many options because this is a big old mystery kit is beautiful. I'm loving everything about it. I love the stacked bougie. Honestly, if you want to say, Andrea, is it really worth it? I would definitely be like, maybe not, but for me, yes. Because I think that it's so fun having the teeny tiny bougie behind it. And you can't even really tell it's sparkly hollow. Like if I would have sparkly champagne lights. But like I know it is. Also, I was thinking, so Jessica J. Crew Plans was texting me and she said, and I like wrote her off real fast. She said what'd she say? But she was like, what about, what was it? Let me just figure this out real quick. 2 weeks till Disney? Yes. What'd she say? Silver and sparkly hollow mixed metal. And I was like, what are you talking about? Sometimes Jessica has like the funniest ideas, but also if you really sit down and start to think about it, Jessica J. Crew Plans is the reason we have glitter headers. Jessica J. Crew Plans and me doing a collab where we were like, let's do no white space is the reason why we have bougie boxes. So sometimes, you're like, what are we doing here? But then even when I remember with the glitter headers, I was like, yes, I will print, because she used to do like glitter tape and like literally cut them into 1.5. That was pre-perforation. For Busy AF, what do I want to use? I don't know what sticker I was using. I might use like a script. Anyways, so I remember when there was glitter headers, I was like, yes, I'll make them for you. But like if anybody asks, like I'm not adding them to shop. I think it's so dumb, blah, 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 blah. And now glitter headers are like basically a staple, right? And then with the bougie, who would have thunk? And even extenders, Jessica was like in the, she didn't put that right in the middle, was in the like conversation. Cause I remember I was at Disney and I voice memoed her and I was like, what if and I explained extenders and she's like, oh my God, that's perfect. Cause we would always try and like put stuff in here and like try and figure it out. I don't even think we really ever like skipped a box. And then, what was I gonna say? This looks really cute on the sidebar. But yeah, and then that took off. So I feel like I'm like, maybe I need to try silver and sparkly hollow. And the reason why I'm saying this in this video is because, yeah, hollow and sparkly hollow, but technically like gold doesn't have any hollow shift. So maybe it would be a really interesting combo. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This was a long tangent just for that. But Jessica J. Crew Plans is an innovator in her own. And if you don't follow her, you really should. Or if you unfollowed her whenever she didn't post for like a year and a half, she's posting. So go follow her. Anyways, so Monday I was really stressed and everybody was getting on my nerves because I was stressed. So let's go ahead and put that in. So I was super stressed this day, like beyond, probably the most stressed I've been in a while for absolutely no reason because it's all fine and dandy. But I got into a fight with Nick in the morning because he was not being supportive of my stress. Which I feel like is a legitimate reason to be angry, to be annoyed. No. I'm sure 10 of y'all were like, Andrea, what are you actually doing? Okay, let's start over. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Okay, I went on a tangent. I was putting down the wrong stickers, so let's go ahead and restart. So this day, Nick and I got into a little argument. Not even an argument. I was just really irritated with him because I was super stressed out this day. It ended up all being fine, but I just needed somebody to kind of like bounce ideas off of on like how to not be stressed. Does that make any sense? And I felt like he wasn't really listening. And ooh, this scent I am smelling right now is good. It's a sample that Hannah gave me. It's from Rose Girls, I think it was. I don't know what it is. Oh my gosh, okay. But anyways, I felt like he wasn't paying attention to me. I got really mad, and then he apologized and listened to me, which literally I'm the easiest person though, like when it comes to arguments and things, as far as like the people I actually love. If you just apologize, or like I would hope that if I just apologize, like if I do something wrong, like that's kind of just how me and everybody that I love work, is that I think we all get frustrated because everyone that I know is a very like busy person, and trying to think and pick stickers at the same time, is a very busy person. So I feel like we all don't really have time to be mad at each other, and also know that we all run very high stress lives. So I think that just being able to say sorry and moving on for people that matter is just important. So that was easy. Then we went to my in-laws, which was so fun. So I also was really mad at my father-in-law. I'll tell you this story because I just was so frustrated. My sister-in-law has 2 dogs. My sister-in-law is staying with my in-laws, and they quarantined for a couple days because they are not vaccinated. And then they took tests. That was like my request for them to see the kidders, because the kids were at this point not at all vaccinated because they couldn't be. What do I want to use for this? I use family stickers. This is like has nothing to do with this. Well, it has something to do with this story because they have dogs, and that's like the whole point. So they have 2 dogs, and where's the family? They're little dogs. They're like dumb little dogs. But anyways, we got to my in-laws, and I should use the grandpa sticker for that one. We got to my in-laws, and Theo's afraid of like the silliest things. He's afraid of birds, bugs, dogs, lawnmowers, and Disney characters like in costume. But he's just like irrationally scared. It's nothing like serious, and he's fine. But anyways, whenever we opened the door, one of the dogs like came to the door, didn't cross the threshold, and barked at Theo, and Theo fell over. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he fell over because he was scared, but like he just fell on his butt. And my father-in-law got so mad and just started being like irrational. Like, that's just his, like, I think his like whole personality whenever he gets mad is just irrational. Nick gets like it too. I think it must be like a genetic thing. Anyways, I don't want to do this. Let's do this one. So my father-in-law was freaking out, and I was like, and he was yelling at the dogs, and I was like, it's not the dog's fault. Theo's just afraid of dogs. Like, it's not a big deal. So you don't need to be acting like a fool, basically. And it ended in a screaming match. And I was like, I'm not stepping down because I'd be the first one to protect my child if he was actually hurt or if he was in danger, but he wasn't. So you need to chill, basically. I can't find my water balloon stickers, and I know I have them. Anyway, so long story short, I don't know. I just stand up for what I believe in, and I don't know. I don't baby my kids like that. Like, they are not in real danger, so it's all good. And I also don't think it's right to blame somebody else for Theo just being sensitive. So water balloons, and then we had a barbecue, but it's all over. It's all fine. I think it's just my father-in-law also is used to kind of like a quiet, retired life, and having that many kids around definitely stressed him out, like before my kids even got there. So I forgive him, and I'm sure he forgives me as well. But I was just stressed out this day as well, so I'm sure that probably didn't help. But yeah, so things happen. I'm sure things happen in your life as well. We had a little barbecue since we were all together. And then I wanted to put in that Bennett slept over. It was his first, like, it's not like a friend sleepover, but, you know, kind of, with his cousins, which was super fun. He packed his backpack in the morning and was, like, all excited. So if you could hear, like, noise in the background, there's people here, as in Nick's, like, doing dishes. I thought I had a backpack on here. Do I not? I guess I can just use this little suit. I thought there was another suitcase too. I feel like I'm just losing it. There it is. Okay. So he packed his little backpack in the morning, and it was so funny because I feel like I'm not like a bad packer. Base sleepover. Not I'm a bad packer. I just always forget something. That's just like my thing. Let me know if there's something you always forget. Like, do you have a go-to? Something you always forget? So I always forget pajamas because I normally don't wear pajamas at home. Like when I went to the hotel and stayed with Kane last week, I forgot pajamas and I was like, what am I doing with my life? Usually I remember from going, like we go to like Miami or something, or I go somewhere with anybody. Usually actually my friends, I just put on a t-shirt and just call it a day, and it's like, or just walk around in my underwear. But Bennett, like I told him like, okay, grab this, grab this, grab this, grab this, grab this, grab this. And he, like, I told him, okay, zip it up. And he was like, Mom, don't I need pajamas? And I was like, oh my gosh. My kid is better at this than me. So then this is looking so cute. It's like annoying. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I'm definitely an oversharer, but also I just like talking. So Lanthony. So I then went home. Oh gosh, I used both of these, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. I'm using like all of the things. I don't know what I'm gonna have for the next one. So let's see. I watched God's Favorite Idiot. We started this night. It's on Netflix. I don't know why, but sometimes I just see things on Netflix and I'm like, add it to the list. Add it to the watch list. I'm gonna use a half box just to take up a lot of space. I worked out, but like it wasn't this dramatic. Ooh, wait. I wish I had a workout that was like like a double layer, because that would be really cute with like a squared box, but I don't think I do. I can cut one, right? No big deal. Also, workouts, one word, so that's probably why I don't have one that's 2. What do I have on the workout sheet? I guess I could use one of these. That would be cute, so I can see some of the things. I need to remember to do that, is to see some of the like background looks. I don't think any of these had the Peloton one, so I'm gonna have to just do that first. But anyways, it smells really good in here. It smells kind of like one of my favorite from Morton Co. It's like this cinnamon sugar donut one. You know, use the like winter one because it's blue. Sure. But what was I saying? I don't remember. Yeah, it wasn't this dramatic of a workout, but we're just going to go ahead and stick it in there. Should print out some more of these workouts like that. Just like the single ones, because that's super cute. For when I need something a little bit bigger for the day. Oh yeah, Netflix. So I see things and I'm like, all right, add it to the watch list. I'll get to it eventually. And let me go on this one. Saw this show, and I don't remember what the girl's name is, Melissa McCarthy, and then I think it's her husband, right? I'm pretty sure it's her husband. They're in it, and it was like good. It wasn't like, the world's best show ever, but it was like a good quick watch. It kind of reminded me of Lucifer in themes, lightly. It's not like a cop show though. It's like, it has like, what is the word? Not God stuff, like celestial type things, but also God stuff. And then Theo woke up in the middle of the night this night. Oh no, I did. Okay. But it had funny times. It kind of reminded me so in theme, it reminded me of Lucifer with the celestial things. And then in style of show, it kind of reminded me of Superstore, or what's it called? That show that's about the lawyer that dies, or is it the model that dies and ends up in the lawyer's body? That has the guy from Superstore in it. I don't remember what it's called, but y'all know. Last night I woke up with like a horrible nightmare. I was crying and it was horrible, and I made Nick get up and talk to me. I think it was just like the day that's how stressed out I was. And just like, I don't know, I was honestly a mess. So it kind of translated to my day. But anyways, on Tuesday, I woke up and worked out, which has been like my preferred schedule, is to get up and work out in the morning. I think like 2 to 3 days a week I don't, and I do something midday during the boys have quiet time, or I will just do like 1 day a week I just do something really light. So I worked out, and then we picked up Bennett from my in-laws from his sleepover, which he did fabulous. They had a glow stick party and made paper airplanes, and yeah, they had a good old time. So wish I had some of those like short boxes too. I love the new format, honestly. Like, I just can't stop talking about it because I just think it's fantastic. Nick and I are going on a date today. I actually just messaged him because the Container Store, I'm surprised they don't have like a free shipping threshold. I guess like maybe it's based on like weight, but I was going to order like a couple of bins for work, but the shipping was like $15, which is like fine, but I could like go and get the stuff. And then I can also peruse and see if I want anything else. But my big goal this year is to, ow, that hurt. I really thought I brought home the Peloton stickers, and now I'm annoyed. Like the multicolor ones. Maybe I didn't. Oh, just kidding. There they are. I feel like I'm going to go through these. But like I was saying, actually, oh yeah, my goal this year is to like organize the office. And I'm going to try and do it like one area at a time. I also want to do a bunch of, I don't know if this workout will fit there. That's the only thing about that one. I want to do a bunch, not a bunch. I have 2 big ideas for these stash boxes. They probably won't come for a while. But I love this sheet. It's so cute. Perfection. I want to do a couple, maybe like 100 more D-stash boxes. There'll be like final D-stash boxes of like random stuff, like old Advent leftovers, washi pins, vinyls, bows, like old stuff, really cheap though, and just like get them out, probably like 100, 150 of those. And then I have an idea for like another 150 of like a different kind of D-stash box that has more just like sticker stuff. But I don't know when these are going to come. Honestly, it might end up just being like around Black Friday till I get it done. But I want to get like work organized this year. So like Container Store is going to be my BFF. Then we picked up Bennett from his, what's it called? Sleepover. So there's this little hat, and Bennett is always wearing a hat. Not always, but you know, I don't have like a pickup B. Like, why did I not do pickup Bennett? I don't know. I guess I could just do an at in-laws. Anyways, what was I talking about? I feel like I also need to preface I do love my in-laws. A little harsh on them sometimes, but that's how I show my love at in-laws. So we picked him up, said bye to my in-laws because they were gonna go do all the things and like travel, and then they're going to be leaving. So, and we're super busy the rest of the month. So Tuesday, I was mad at Nick again. I don't remember why I was mad at him this time. It obviously probably wasn't as dramatic as the other day. So, I don't know. Let's just go ahead and put this in because I don't remember what it was about. And I know on Kittenish, oh no, that's LMAFO. I thought it was WTF or something. I think I have a WTF sticker. I do, from Carly Plans, which this is from Carly Plans. The At the In-Laws is a custom. At the In-Laws is a custom. The Mad AF that I cut the AF off so it fits is a custom from Carly Plans. And then this Busy AF is from Letters to Apollo. I don't know if she has them in shop, but it was like an AF week. it sounds funny, but it was like an AF week where she did a lot of AFs. Then, what else am I doing? Then we played Monopoly Deal. I don't know. I think I was just like really stressed and projecting. So I just wanted to like spend some time with Nick and just like, because sometimes that also happens. I don't know if it happens with you, but I feel like you're so stressed and sometimes you just need to like take a minute, relax, spend some quality time, like where you're actually interacting. Because I feel like we watch TV shows together every night, but sometimes playing a game is, you know, just all around relaxing. So for Monopoly Deal, I don't remember how exactly my Monopoly Deal looks. Here it is. I think I'm gonna need a bigger one. Or I can cut like one of these half boxes down maybe. What do I have for Monopoly? I know I have stickers under games. And Monopoly Deal is so fun. Literally like obnoxious. If you do not have it and you are fun at all, you need to have it. It's like literally $4 on Amazon. If I remember, I'll link it down below. But like just look up Monopoly Deal. I'm looking at these upside down-ish. Okay. Literally so fun. You can also just pick it up at like Target or whatever. It's like $4.95 and it's literally the best game ever, in my opinion. I love playing it. We taught my sister-in-law how to play it and we actually gave her our copy of the deck to keep because they're traveling in an RV and I feel like it's the perfect game to have like on hand. And yeah, it's just so good. And the thing is that it is a very like Monopoly type game, but I feel like if it's not like if you don't like Monopoly, it's not like I'm thinking you're not going to like it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I think I'm gonna try something different. Okay. But it's so fun. And this night I beat Nick 3 times and then he was like, all right, I think I'm done for the night. And I was like, sounds right. It's just so good. And it's like requires enough strategy that it's like, I hate games that are like 100% luck based. So it's not like that. Not 100%, but are a lot luck based, but it's not. It's a little bit, but not too much. If I'm going to lose, I want it to be on my accord. All right, then there's this one. But I like that. But yeah, if you love Monopoly Deal, let me know down below if you've never tried it. If you do buy it because of this spiel, definitely let me know what you think when you get it. Also, I'm like old and I don't know why, but let me see what I want to use for this. I feel like I'm not really good at learning how to play games. I always forget I have these two. I need to remember. I'm not good at learning how to play games via reading. I think that's actually just I'm a visual learner. But nowadays you can look up on the YouTubes and they have people who will show you how to play the game. Like they'll basically read the instructions with visuals or just like paraphrase. Because I also feel like sometimes instructions are really weirdly worded or like just kind of over the top for no reason. We bought Unstable Unicorns and that was so complicated. But then we watched a video and we were like, oh, that's not too bad. I still don't get like the hype on that one yet, but I think you have to play it with more players. But watched Plathville, God's Fave Idiot, and then on Wednesday, Nick went and got his hair cut. I am no longer the cutter of Nick's hair. And this day, I also went to work all day and filled orders. I filled orders for the first time since basically in like 2 years, I'm going to say. So I was at work for basically forever. So instead of using a flag, which usually when I go into work, I do 99% of my work at home, which is fantastic. And I feel very lucky to be able to do so. But I'm glad that I haven't messed up the color block yet. Well, since earlier. But what was I saying? I was super nervous about filling orders because the last time I did was a disaster. Just in like I had to reorganize everything prior to filling the orders, and that stressed me out. So I feel like I had some like, I don't know, memories of that were giving me anxiety. And I went in, filled orders. It was fast. Like, not fast, but like it was, I don't know, manageable and easy. So for Nick's haircut, I think I'm just going to use a little star. I think that makes sense. Actually, I'll use the alarm because it was like an appointment. Super cute. And then I got Starbucks on the way to work because I was like, if I'm working, I'm going to need some caffeine. So basically, I was like, hey, Kirsten, how long do you think it's going to take me to fill orders? And she was like, probably like 5 hours. And I was like, okay. So it'll probably take me like 8, realistically. Well, I asked her how long it would take her to fill orders. What am I going to put here? Oh, Starbucks. And she said it would probably take her 5 hours to do them. And I was like, okay, so if it would take her 5 hours, it would probably take me 8 hours. But I ended up doing what I normally do, which usually takes me like an hour-ish, when I go to work, I usually print all the orders, print all of the, well, that's like the labels and the invoices. And then, do I have a diamond label printer on here? And then I print the orders, print the invoices, and then I like organize the station for her because I'm the organization queen. And let's see, I just need a work sticker. I'm gonna do work late. I didn't work late, but I worked longer than I normally do at work. So that normally takes me about an hour. And then I stopped to eat at like dinner time. I actually didn't even eat lunch. I was just so in the zone. I'm the kind of person who gets like wired in, and it's a blessing and a curse because I feel like sometimes like if I get interrupted, I'm honestly in the worst mood ever because I get like so wired in that like if I have to stop even to go pee, it's like annoying to me. And then I worked out. What am I going to use for that? I'll use this one. But anyways, I did that and I ate and it only took me 6 hours. So I was like, that's actually not horrible. And I felt like I got in a groove really fast. So I feel like it was always in the back of my head, like if I had to fill orders, I was like, ugh. But, oh, this is kind of big for that. Let me rearrange for working out. What the heck am I doing? Let's do it this way. I have a DoorDash sticker, but I feel like in this spread, DoorDash isn't really the vibe as far as colors go. Anyways, but yeah, I always had it in my head that it would be like the worst thing ever, but it wasn't bad. So I do it again. It was also fun. I wrote a lot of notes on different orders, some random ones, people that I recognize the names of. Yeah, it was a good time. What else? While I was at work, I was like thinking the whole time, like, what am I going to eat for dinner? So, sorry if you hear kids, but I got Flower Child. I've been wanting to try it for a while, so I got it on DoorDash. I also got it for the other team member that was in as well. And it was delicious. I loved it. And then I went home and I worked out. I was just like honestly feeling it. I was feeling the energy. I was feeling accomplished. I was feeling a little proud of myself. Like, obviously it's not a big deal, but at the same time, I was proud of myself because I was worried about it. And I don't know if any of y'all noticed this, but I was like, I put on the website just in case it took me forever that processing times were being long. But like once I like got in my groove and I took like a dinner break, I just took it off the website because I was like, processing times are not gonna be long. Like I feel very confident in this. So was proud of myself this day for that. And then we finished God's Favorite Idiot this night, which it left on a cliffhanger. So if they don't do, I mean, the thing is, if they don't do another season, like, it's not going to be on my mind at all. I don't think it was like the world's best show ever, but I would definitely watch it if they do continue it, which I hope they do. So that is that side, which is looking super cutie. And then on Thursday, I decided in the morning to take Bennett grocery shopping with me, just to do something fun and different. So for that, I'm going to use this Sprinkles, which we actually got donuts for him and Theo while we were there. For lunch, we had In-N-Out. I was craving In-N-Out, which if you would have told me that like a couple years ago, you'd be like, Andrea, you're crazy craving In-N-Out. But, oh, it's so good. A protein style burger. Just say less, please. And then I just played with the boys when we were like in the afternoon, chilling. So for HEB with Bennett, I do have HEB stickers under grocery. Yeah, the kids are being a little loud now, so I might quit for a little. Actually, I might be going outside again. I don't know. HEB. And then I'm going to do a with Bennett sticker. It's always fun going grocery shopping with him because he thinks everything's so fun and so cool. Love that. I love using an icon that has like a purpose. Like it's like HEB with Bennett, or doing like a McDonald's bag and being like takeout or whatever. Like, I don't know. I think that's fun, like kind of incorporating it into like a sentence, sort of, not really. And then for In-N-Out for lunch, which we got, even Nick got a protein style burger. I was like, isn't it better than the regular one? And he's like, no, but I'll eat it. And we shared a fry, which I feel like the In-N-Out I go to, their fries are not always like crusty dusty. I feel like In-N-Out, just like every other In-N-Out I've ever been to, just like, I don't know if they cook their fries and just let them sit and then they like get overcooked or what, but I feel like this In-N-Out, like the fries are fresh and they like aren't hard, which I feel like every other one that I've ever been to is hard, so I don't want to eat anywhere else besides that one. And then for playing with the boys, I'm just going to grab a cutie little like them playing sticker. And then I don't know if I have like a playtime sticker. I do. Okay, so I'm gonna use, I should have used a productive AF for whenever I was at work because that's how I felt. Playtime from Carly Plans. And then underneath that, I worked out with Nick this night. He said that he would work out with me. He ended up only doing a little bit of it, but it's whatever. Actually, I want to put in this here in sparkly champagne lights. So for working out with Nick, let's see. I think I'm just gonna do, I don't know what I want to do actually. Maybe I'll do this. And then I put in that Girly was in a mood. I think I'll put that in with this maybe. I just need two like skinny. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold the phone, please. I have this label. I always forget these exist, but everybody loves these. I think it's because they are just like a different, like, they're like a different size. They're like in between a little thing and a fancy label as far as like thickness goes. Another thing I don't know if anyone, I mean, maybe you have, anyone ever noticed is that like the little thing and this are like pretty similar in writable width, like just a hair different. And I didn't notice that until I reformatted this. I was like, oh, the spacing is not that much different. So anyways, for working out with Nick, I think I'm just going to use, does this one have the sneakers? I don't think it does. There's just so many icons on here that my eyes go like crossed when I look at them. I just like, it's kind of like when I read. Just there's so many things. Maybe I'll use the Apple Watch because Nick has an Apple Watch. I don't know what logic that is, but Apple Watches remind me of working out. I kind of want to get one. I had one in the past, but I gave it to my mother-in-law. I'm going to do, with my love. There we go. Or I could use In My Feelings before. That's in a fun color. That's okay. So with my love for working out, that doesn't even look like working out now, but whatever. And then for Lila, just being in the mood, I think I'm just going to use a little star icon. These fit perfect in here too. And then I have Lila in a mood. She's a sweet girl though. And then this day we started Umbrella Academy. So I thought putting it in a movie marquee because I think Umbrella Academy is so good. It's been suggested to me a bunch of times. But I feel like it was always like, it's on my list. I have a huge list of really like serious, like more dark shows, I guess, to watch. And I feel like I'm always in the mood usually for like a comedy or something funny. Umbrella Academy is something that I wanted to watch. And the thing is like, as I was watching, I haven't finished season 1 yet. Maybe by the time this is up, but probably by the time this is up, I'll finish season 1. But, I remember whenever the trailer came out and they kind of like told you a lot about what was happening. And I was like, how would they make that into like future seasons? And then I was like, for some reason I thought it would be canceled. And I was like, I don't want to start something if it's going to be canceled, but I feel like a lot of people love it. So I don't think that's going to be the case, but it is so good. It is definitely my kind of superhero. It reminds me a lot more of like X-Men. I think that's what it reminds me of most. And like the tone is also kind of like X-Men. I think it just reminds me of that, which I do love X-Men. So there's that. Then on Friday, I did get Starbucks again because it was going to be a morning I could not work out. I feel like when I work out, it actually gives me energy like a Starbucks drink would, which is totally bizarre and weird. So Starbucks. Oh yeah, there's a Starbucks run on here. I totally forgot. Starbucks run. I need to order more mixed metals. I need to order more foil bundles in general. Eventually. I just have so many things on my list. And I feel like I need more hours in the day, if that makes any sense. Like I feel like there's always something to be done. Then this day, the boys got their first COVID shot, COVID vaccine, right? So I'm trying to think like what I want to use to mark that. Let's use maybe like this patterned one. Or nah. Let's use a sparkly one because that's like exciting. I was going to wait a little bit, but yeah, it's whatever. What else did I want to put in there? Oh, and then Lila. Let's do this one for Lila. Okay. This is so cute, color blocked. All right, and then I love these matte samplers. They're just so good. It's also great if you're like a mini kit user. I feel like, and you like using foil, this could be a great supplement that I feel like multicolor is great if you have the patience. If you don't have the patience, like me, I feel like having a bunch of foil samplers that match the colors, like let's say you use the core a lot, buy a bunch of core ones, and they'll match way more than multicolor would, in my opinion. So there is that. So for the boys getting their vaccine, let me go into my doctor section. And oh my goodness. So Theo didn't cry. He didn't cry with his last vaccines he had to get. But Bennett is like so drama. I feel like my kids are just drama in their own way, which is why like, I don't know. I try not to baby them too much because I don't know. I don't want to like make their drama worse, but Bennett is drama, not about shots, but about Band-Aids. Like he has this thing against Band-Aids And like, it's a whole thing. And until you take the Band-Aid off, like we've tried like, oh, maybe if we like leave it on and leave it alone. No, it's just like this whole thing all day, every day. Don't look at my Band-Aid. I have a Band-Aid on. I want to wear pants. It's like a thing. It's not the shot, it's the Band-Aid. I don't understand. But most kids, that's like the cool part, is you get like a cool Band-Aid afterwards. And he's like, nah. But yeah, so, you know, that's where we're at. So, but like, he was fine otherwise. He just really, really hates Band-Aids. I don't know. Does anybody else's kids not like Band-Aids? It's not the shot. Again, it's the Band-Aids. Then also this day, we moved Lila into her crib. She was in a bassinet, but she's getting too big because she started rolling over. Like for a while, actually, she did not roll over at like bedtime at all, which she had known to roll over, but we always just like watched her. But then she started rolling over, so we had to move her into a big girl crib, and it took her like maybe a whole day to really get used to it. But my advice with kids and anything that you have to wean them, whether it's a pacifier, the bottle, beds, whatever, it's like a cold turkey situation. And I feel like it's hard, but with all of my kids, whatever I had to do to wean them off of something or something like a comfort or whatever, do something different, I just had to do it and just like get over it for a couple of days, that like it might be heck for me. And it's all good. And it was actually for her, it was only like a 24-hour, like 4 to 8 hour transition. I think it was just a lot of space for her, but then she realized that she could sleep on her belly and she was all happy. So then the boys had a day out with Nick. So they went and got their vaccines, and let me see what else I needed to put in. Let me put in the other things first. So they had a day out with Nick, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Since they were out for their vaccine, they went to breakfast at one of Nick's favorite places, which is San Francisco Bakery. And then there's Terra Toys near there, which is a really cool toy shop that has a lot of like Playmobil and like nice toys. I just think Playmobil is just like, I don't know. I like, my kids in particular love like Legos, Playmobil, like that kind of like pretend play. And they have a lot of that, which is nice. Then I'm going to put in that I worked out as well. And then for their like date day, I think I'm just going to use a fancy label, possibly. Do I have one? Or am I out of the... No, I have one on this page here. Thank goodness. I have to reorganize those. Also, I mentioned in the last mystery reveal, that I was like, do you want the ombres or more extra color? And I think it was like 98% said extra color. So starting with February, because we have everything else printed, and actually I think everything's cut besides October, which is currently being finished in printing, but December's done, February's done, Cyber Monday Mystery's done. So starting February, I think that'll be the update, which I should get February art this week. I think Jess said Jess actually did she do December too? I don't remember what December is, but she did January, Cyber Monday, February. I don't remember what March is. I think March is a different artist, but yeah. It's very exciting, and I love January Mystery, and I'm doing a collab with Maggie. I'm very excited about that, so stay tuned. So anyways, the boys had a date day. I guess I have these ones. But I want to save that for whenever it's all three of them. I actually asked Marg to make this into a full sheet, because I think that'd be really, really cute because I always I have bear stickers for Theo. I have bunny stickers for Lila. And then I thought that because Bennett's like the OG firstborn, that he'd be like the little munchkin. And I thought that that was honestly like beyond perfect, and I definitely need more of them. Did I not? I thought I had just like single with the bear. I don't know, maybe they didn't offer that Happy Daya. Or I need to get ones, or no, I guess it would be 2 bears and a parent, so I probably don't have those either. So I think I'm just going to use I don't even know what I'm going to use, because I wanted to use something with like a dad and 2 kids. Maybe I need to find something. If y'all know anything, we'll just use the sticker for Nick, even though Nick's hair is blonde. And I think Nick has decided that he wants to be blonde for like a long time and do colors every once in a while, so that's exciting. Let's put this in here. So I'm just gonna do date. Oh wait, didn't I thought I did a custom. Oh yeah, no, I thought I did a daddy date day custom for myself. What the heck? Did I lose it? I might have. Daddy date day. Huh. I'll just do with the boys. I think I have that in black, right? Maybe? With the boys. Do I not? I am so confused right now. With the kid. I could just do with kids, I guess. So bizarre. I really thought I did a custom, but maybe not. With kids. So yeah, they did that, and then I worked out. So for that, let's see, what do I want to use? My workout stickers are so far in the back. It's a real workout to get back there. Let's do the blue Peloton thingy with a workout. Is there a workout on here? Yes. These are so freaking pretty. It's like annoying. Workout. It looks so cute there. And then we watched Umbrella Academy. We've watched Umbrella Academy basically every night that we can. And some nights, which for me and Nick, this is like honestly wild. We watched like 2 to 3 episodes. Super fun. And then Theo was up in the middle of the night this night, and usually whenever they have like a flu vaccine or any vaccines, usually Bennett's fine and Theo will usually have a fever. So I heard him kind of like complaining on his monitor, and I went up and I had everything ready. Like I had water, I had medicine, I had the thermometer, I had everything that I could possibly need, and he was fine. He was cool as a cucumber, and I don't know. I think he had a bad dream, but I just didn't want to like write it off as a bad dream if he had like a fever and was like in pain or something. But neither of my kids had any side effects, which is awesome. For Starbucks, I'm going to just use a cup from the Champagne Lights. I had Starbucks again. Maybe I had Starbucks a little bit too many times this week. I actually have Starbucks right now too. But honestly, it's fine. Oh, I'm like in the wrong section. I'm like, why is there no Starbucks stickers in here? I don't know. I tried giving it up, but you know, Starbucks this day. And then, let's see. What am I going to do? I meal planned this day, so I want to put that in. And I made myself a whole sheet of that because I've been doing that once a week. 1, 2, 3. And it usually takes me a while because I'll go on like Pinterest. I'll go through the recipes I have. I'm going to use a little, maybe the shopping cart for this with the meal plan script. And then the boys went to Target and the farmer's market with Nick. Nick loves taking them to the farmer's market. And they had to go to Target because I think I don't remember what they needed, but For working out, I'm going to use, I'll just use like a little heart for this one. Or yeah, I'll put workout in here. And then I'll use a workout script. I have enough room for a bigger one. And then for the boys going to, I really need like a dad and 2 kids one because they do stuff often together, like Nick and the boys, and I chill with Lila. It's just like a little, in my opinion, too hot to like have Lila running around. Oh wait, there is, I knew I had it. The bear and 2 kids. I might need more of these because they're kind of perfect. Love that. But also a munchkin with 2 kids. I'm going to check and see if Mark has it. If not, I'm going to request it. Let me actually write that down because I'm going to forget. Munch, 2 kids. And then I also need to reminder parent. Parent, M day, dad day stickers. Okay. Because I need those. So they went to Target and the farmer's market. I think the sticker might be a little bit big, but we'll just, let me move this one over. Yeah, that fits just fine. And then let me give my camera a break for a second. Okay. My camera's been overheating whenever I film for long periods of time. It's probably just like not used to it. It's like, no, can't handle it. So, on Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4, we watched Umbrella Academy in the PMs. And then I played with Theo for a little bit. What do I want to do? Let's do this one. Cuddled Girly. And then we had sweet lemon for dinner. We had salads. I think mine had too much dressing. But otherwise, I enjoyed it. I would definitely get it again. Let's do the patterned one. Right here. So for Cuddling Girly, I have so many Lila stickers. Let's do this one from Papershire. I think this is a digital. They have a lot of digitals that you can use for personal use. You can either buy them or they're on the Facebook. I'm not sure where that one was, but I'm sure if you look, you can find them. They have so many. They have so many free ones too. Like if you join their Facebook and you look in the files, they have like a bazillion different ones to go through, and every month kind of had a theme. I'm not sure if they do those anymore, but I should check. Then for dinner, like I said, we had sweet lemon or sweet lemon. Honestly, I should ask, or like whenever they like pick up the phone, maybe they say, and I can be like, oh, that is how you pronounce it. But for some reason, I mean, it's spelled sweet lemon, but for some reason I feel like it's sweet lemon. I don't know why, but also I might just be crazy. So there is that. And then I played with Theo. So for that, I think I'm just going to do a little, I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's go to the Theo stickers. He's such a cutie. You might be able actually to hear him right now because he's like, he has basically one volume, which is loud. It's so funny when him and Reagan get together because Reagan's also really loud. Playtime. Where the heck's Playtime? Why am I not finding it? I don't know. I feel like it's so funny because me and Kirsten always talk about how like the firstborns are so alike and then our secondborns are so alike, and it's just so crazy. But I can't wait for them all to be just, I mean, Bennett and Avery are already little besties, but I can't wait for Reagan and Theo to be little besties, even though I think Reagan probably likes Bennett a little more than Theo right now, though. So playtime with Theodore. And the funny thing is I rarely ever call him Theo. I always call him TT. And then I only call him Theodore whenever he's like in trouble, basically. Which a lot of us have those names where our parents only called us whenever we were in trouble. I was just Andrea Marie whenever I was in trouble. But also I feel like, I mean, I never really got in trouble because I was a kid who, like, disappointing my parents was my, like, greatest fear in life. And I just, like, even my parents just saying they were disappointed in me would just, like, ruin my whole month, basically. So then on Sunday, we watched Umbrella Academy, which, I mean, it's going to be a thing after every day for a while. So let's go on to Sunday. Sunday was Kane's birthday. I think I'm going to use another one of these, like, sparkly moments. So I think I'm going to use, I wonder if I use a square box if I could fit 3 little things. I feel like no, I can only fit 2. So something smaller. So this one has like a smudge on it. I think I picked the top one, which always sometimes has things. Oh wait, it was mostly just on the thing. So let's just use this. So it's Kane's birthday is 29th. Next year he'll join me in the 30s. I always like to remind him. Also, Brie always is telling me, like, I'm not 30 yet. And I'm like, girlfriend, you're going to be 30 in, like, 5 minutes. Let's use the little present sticker here. That looks so good. So good. Oh, my gosh. And then Kane's birthday here. Oh, my gosh. This is, like, my favorite, like, birthday marking. I usually use the That Bee cake, but I don't think I have that in gold, and I want to do sparkly gold. So next year he can have a That Bee cake. Do I have it? Oh, no, I do. I feel like it's just like tradition now that I need to use. I'll put this up here for later usage. A That Bee cake for everybody I love. Okay. For all my friends, at least. That Bee. Perfect. It's so beautiful. Okay, I'm so excited. That looks so cute. And then let's do up early. Early this day. For Kane's birthday, one of the things I sent him was a plant. And I am a plant killer, basically. I am not really good at keeping plants. Also, Nick, like, hates plants, basically. I feel like we always get unlucky, and whenever we have plants, there's always bugs that come with them. And Nick is, like, does not like bugs at all. Like, I mean, I guess who really does is like, oh, sweet, there's bugs. But I feel like every time we get a plant, like an indoor plant, 1, I kill it. And 2, it always has like little flies or something that just come out of nowhere with it. If y'all have any pro tips on that, or if that's just like plant life, let me know in the comments down below. But I wanted to get him a plant for his collection that would remind him of me. And a couple of other things. But I think the plant was the funniest because I'm just not a plant person, so. All right, so after that, I wanted to put in that I was up early this day, so I'm just going to use the bed icon from the foil bundle. And then for working out, I think I'm going to use just the little heart star. Let's use the bow from the Champagne Lights mini icons. And then for rearranging my office, I think I'm going to do this little, like, actually I'll do the little house. So basically I had a rug in here with a rug pad because whenever I first moved in, I realized that this room, it was very echoey, but I feel like now that I have stuff in it, I don't need the rug and the rug pad, and it wasn't really working with having the Peloton in here. Having the, will this fit on here? Maybe. Having that rug and rug pad, because it also, like, the way that it worked out, well, that does fit there. That's cute. I feel like I didn't have enough room next to it to do a lot of the stretching if it included, like, being on the bike without, like, being off of it. And then also, I didn't have room if I needed to put a yoga mat down that, like, it would be anywhere near, like, I didn't have enough room, like, lengthwise anywhere. So I just needed to get rid of the rug, and then I bought a bike mat, which I actually have to put underneath it. But it's like the Peloton's like in the middle of the room. It's not aesthetic, but it's like it works for what it needs to do. I also watched Umbrella Academy again this night. Surprise, surprise. And then we went out to eat. Well, we just had like a lot of family time this day, so I think I'm going to put that in with this sticker here. And then usually TT has soccer this day, but it got canceled because it was like, I'm gonna do just this one. So many stickers to pick from. I'll use this and trim it down. It was 110 degrees out, so it was a little too warm to be outside. I already signed them up for fall sports, which I'm really excited about because they have been enjoying it. Even Bennett has, which I didn't think Bennett would, TBH. But, okay, so Bennett's the kind of kid, though, and Nick said that he was like this, where he doesn't want to go outside and do anything until he's out there. And then once he's out there or out doing something, then he's, like, excited about it, if that makes any sense. So for just, like, hanging out, we hung out in the movie room. I, like, hooked up my phone to my thing. We were just, like, watching reels. Well, me and Nick were, while the kids were just, like, running around. So for this, I think I'm going to put in, let's see what I got in here. I thought I had like a popcorn sticker, but maybe I already used it. Maybe it's on a later sheet. Oh, it's right here. Cool. Let's do this. And then I'm going to just use like a family time. But anyways, so TT didn't have soccer, so we decided just to go out to eat, just to do something out of the house, so family time. And then for dinner, we did have Hop Dotty, which I have like recently reignited my love for. And they have burgers, but you can get their burger in like a bowl, so basically like a salad. So, I don't even know, I have to have a burger sticker, right? Right? Or this isn't fast food, it'd be under fast food. But yeah, it's so good. And yeah, we're just excited to go. I think I'm gonna use the Mickey one because I saw it first and also because life is magical. So, stick this in here. I thought I also did a Hop Dotty custom too. Or did I do that a different week? I am so confused. Oh no, there's Hop Dotty. I don't know where I put the other one at. Okay. Hop Dotty. So good. And then Umbrella Academy. So we're just going to use... Let's just use one of these for that. Super stinking cute. All right, so let me go ahead and put this in and I'll be right back. I don't know if you care, Theo, but he's funny. So this is the finished look and this is what I have left. I'll probably put all of the extra shimmer stuff away with my additional shimmer bundles because I plan on using these. I think I actually might have this bundle pulled for another kit already, so I'm probably just going to stick it in there with that. I have a couple champagne lights. I'll probably just cut this and then put it back in with my champagne lights extras. Again, I'll probably just destash this page though because there's really, actually I'll probably destash both of these because there's not much I would save on either of them. And I'll destash this, just one extra box. I'll save this. It's like crashing up there. And then these are all going into my destash. This is what's left of the kit. There's literally so much left though. But that will go to a lucky winner of my destash eventually. This is the spread with my extenders to use extra boxes. And then let me give you a close up with a little of that foil shift. And that, my friends, is everything for this week. I think this turned out beautiful. It's crazy how many spreads this planner matches. This planner is the Blossom or Estelle planner. This was like the SPC collab. It has my little bow as the button, which I think is so cute. I don't know if they have any more of these on the shop. I think I checked like a couple of months ago and I think they had like Misfits, which Oracell Misfits in my opinion are not really misfit at all. And then for my inserts, I will mention that I am using the print pression inserts, which are the ones that I designed. So they have like my little bow there, and these are very like blank slate, perfect, so you don't have to white anything out or see any lines through anything. So that is everything for this video. If you have any questions on where anything is from. I do leave everyone always linked down below. And if you have a question about a specific sticker, let me know in the comments and I will get back to you ASAP. So that is everything. I hope y'all liked it and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.